Well, hey everybody, and welcome back. Another article today. Right, this is from the WashingtonExaminer.com. Southern Poverty Law Center condemns Antifa but won't call it a hate group. There we go, eh? The leader of the Southern Poverty Law Center said the organization condemns the Antifa movement but won't brand it with the center's often cited hate group designation. Now I wonder why that would fucking be. Well, anyway, let's continue. Richard Cohen, the president of the SPLC, told the Washington Examiner the loosely organised Antifa movement, short for anti-fascism, is wrong-headed in opposing free speech and using violence. Well, that's actually a fair play. However, it still doesn't explain why they're not classified them as a hate group. We oppose these groups and what they're trying to do. We just don't think that anyone should be able to censor someone's speech, Cohen said. Echoing and endorsing recent statements from progressive scholar Noam Chomsky. We think they are contributing to the problem that we are seeing, Cohen said. We think it's likely to lead to other forms of retaliation. In Berkeley, Antifa showed up to shut down speeches. The next time, white supremacists brought the Oath Keepers with them and they brought their own army. He said, however, the SPLC won't label Antifa a hate group because adherents do not discriminate against people on the basis of race, sexual orientation, or other classes protected by anti-discrimination laws such as religion. Well, there's your fucking problem, because it's not but it is actually they do discriminate against people on the basis of race and sexual orientation, right? They discriminate on race by the fact of being white. They discrimination on sexual orientation by being straight and male. And they don't, so they're racist fucks, and we all know they are. They are all racist fuckers. So, let's just continue. There might be forms of hate out there that you may consider hateful, but it's not the type of hate we follow. Oh, how fucking convenient. There might be forms of hate out there that you consider hateful. Yeah, of course there is. But it's not the type of hate we follow. That's a nice way of saying that reverse racism doesn't exist, so we don't acknowledge it. So anyway, Antifa activism generally, but not always, features black-clad activists confronting adversaries they deem fascists, such as neo-Nazis or white supremacists. The movement is decentralised, and Cohen notes in many cases it lacks discernible organisation, though he said it's not the reason against a hate group designation. You just don't want to call them a hate group because you actually really do support them. And if you call them a hate group, that means you are supporting a hate group. But because they've already been condemned as domestic terrorists, you should really just call them a hate group and get it over with. But anyway, Cohen said the SPLC does not work to inform local police about the intentions of Antifa activists and intends to speak out against the movement, adding, "We follow them, but we don't track them in the same way." I'm just not going to even bother. Right, the SPLC is controversial among some conservatives for its influential hate group designations, which some on the cultural list call unfair. The socially conservative Family Research Council was attacked in 2012 by a gunman who told investigators he saw the group listed on the centre's website. Ouch. See, it's just... they are extremely racist, and they're extremely bigoted against conservative political views. I don't agree with a lot of conservative political views, but I do agree with some. As I said, I'm slightly right of centre. But anyway, Cohen said he rejects criticism from so-called mainstream groups like the Family Research Council, and we list those groups because they are spread demonizing lies about the LGBT community and vilifying them. It's not because they oppose gay marriage. That is exactly why, because they oppose gay marriage. What the hell do you expect is going to happen? This is always what's going to happen, okay? Despite criticism, the centre has benefited from a windfall of attention and financial support. Apple CEO Tim Cook pledged $1 million to the group last month following clashes in Charlottesville, Virginia, and between Confederate monument supporters and anti-racism activists, which culminated in an alleged white supremacists driving into a crowd and killing one person. JP Morgan Chase pledged $500,000. Right. The Washington Free Beacon reported that group has invested millions of dollars overseas, including a lightly regulated jurisdiction such as the Cayman Islands. The SPLC reported around $50 million in contributions and $3.28 million in net assets in 2015, filing with an Internal Revenue Service. Why would a group be sending money overseas, especially when they're a non-profit organisation? Well, isn't that fucking interesting? Oh well. I know of no legitimate reason for any US-based non-profit to put money in overseas unregulated bank accounts, Amy Sterling Cassell, CEO of non-profit consulting firm Pacific Human Capital, told the Free Beacon. Cohen called criticism of the centre's investments ridiculous. We have endowment in order to fund our work far into the future, and it is extremely common for universities, foundations and other non-profit organisations with endowments to have investments in offshore vehicles, he said. The funds in which we invest are reputable ones. Oh, I am sure it fucking is. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I suspect some iffy goings on there. Tell me what you think. If you think there's iffy goings on, please leave me a comment in the comment section and let me know what you think about that. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for being with me. To my subscribers, thank you very much for sticking with me. You are appreciated. And to all people who may consider subscribing, you should. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. My name is Alexander Kingsfallen. I'll catch you in the next one.